The balconies. The balcony bill, SB326, is official as of January 1st, 2025. And I'm going to be doing a little reading today, so just bear with me. So it covers the condominium, balcony, stairs, walkway inspections and repairs. It's state mandated, and we can, in any apartment building or condominium project, mostly it's about condos, it's condominium projects, can get fined. Now, I was at a breakfast last week with the California Association of Realtors attorney Neil Calkin, who talked all about all the different laws that have to do with housing and rentals and tenants and tenant laws. And he was sharing with us all about this balcony bill. And I'm just going to read a couple of sentences here. It says, condominium associations, this law does not apply to planned unit developments, are required to inspect certain load-bearing components and the waterproofing systems of triple-E's, which is elevated exterior elements, which would be a balcony or a walkway or some sort of outside weight-bearing, something that could be weight-bearing, and it would be outside the building of some way. For load-bearing components, these are triple-E components, one, extended beyond the exterior walls of the building to deliver structural loads, a balcony. Or two, elevated more than 6 feet above the ground level, okay? So you've got a high rise of some kind, and not on the first level, which is where your patio would be. You go to the second level, and that would be a little jutting out from the wall of the building itself, and some kind of three-sided dock, with foundation and some kind of a wall around it, or railing, or screened-in porch, or something like that. Number three, designed for human occupancy or use. Okay, we'd like to be able to sit out on our balcony, watch the sunset, watch the sunrise, have coffee, have a drink, whatever. Read a book. And for supported in whole or in substantial part by wood or wood-based products. Now, that's really important because if it's all stone and there's no wood involved, this doesn't apply. Exclusions, very important. Multifamily dwelling buildings with 2 or less units, commercial condominiums and industrial condominiums. So if you live in a 2-unit building, this doesn't apply. Even though you have balconies, and even though you might have a walkway to get into the units, if it's only a 2-unit, it doesn't apply. But in my opinion, it would behoove the homeowner. Hey, Brian! Oh my gosh, all the way from North Carolina. It would behoove the homeowner to have an inspection. Now, one of the things they talk about here is the only people who can inspect, for those who have basically 3 or more balconies, 3 more levels, is either a licensed contractor or an architect, but they would have to be on this list of accepted, approved licensed contractors and architects. But if you're homeowner just checking to see the sturdiness of your balcony, or if there's any wood rot that needs to be taken care of, that would be up to the homeowner to take care of, and then you can turn around to your association. And depending on what your association CC&R say, this is all in my opinion, I don't know this for a fact, then you would be able to turn to your association and say, are you responsible for taking care of this, or am I? Because I had a condo on the market in San Pedro several years ago, and she found out that she was responsible for her patio, her balcony. And I always thought, well, that's strange. I would think it would be part of the building, but it would be part of the building and part of their responsibility, but it wasn't in their case. So always check your CC&Rs and see what they say. Excuse me. So there is an article here. I'm going to link to the article down below. I'll give you a page to go to specifically for HOAorganizers.com. It's under HOAorganizers.com. It's an article, and this article was written by a law firm. So it's familiar with what the law is, the California law. This is just one of the many California laws that affect our tenant laws, our homeowner laws, anything having to do with real estate laws. And every year, our government in the state of California, in Sacramento, finds things that we need to add to, theoretically, maybe. Some people will agree, some people may not. Will agree to make it safer for us. A lot of this came because of what happened in Florida several years ago, and the buildings that were all falling down, and how it was just terrible, just sad. In fact, as you may know, or may not know, rather, Kenneth lived in a building up in San Francisco. He was on the balcony. I'm not sure, probably Sunset, checking the balcony out, checking the view out. And all of a sudden the balcony gave way, and he was on the second floor. So he, by divine intervention, if you may say, he ended up not on the cement section, which was right below when he fell down, but over in the grass area, which basically saved his life. He did bust his ankle, and it was a 6-month turnaround for him to be able to walk on that leg again, on his right leg, because of his busted ankle, and how long it took to heal. But that was a situation where, and I'm not sure how many levels that was, because this law is for the whole state. It's a state law. It's not just Southern California. So maybe it's time, when you get a home inspection done during your as a buyer, that too is an opportunity where they may turn around to the seller and decide if the seller is not willing to do anything, the association is not willing to do anything, maybe they don't want to buy the property. So, but check with your realtor on this. See what your steps would be. Check with your homeowners association. See if they're aware of this. I know I just sent the whole article, the whole information to members of my homeowners association so that they also know what's going on. Anyway, one more thing. If you put it on your calendar for next week, the Torrance Roseflood Association is going to have their Restaurant for Roses over Coyote Cantina in Redondo Beach on Pacific Coast Highway. It's in a little shopping center near just south of the King Harbor sign. So if you're familiar with the area, they're open at 5 o'clock till 9:30. If you want information, you can go online, or you can go send me a message, and I'll send you a copy of the flyer, or just tell them that you're here for the Torrance Roseflood Association fundraiser, and the TRFA will receive 20%, I think. I don't remember now. 20%, and towards, as we start to save money for our 2026 float. So, anyway, it was a wild Wednesday. Have a great day. Have a good week. Bye, Brian. Say hi to everybody back there. And it's Carol Gillis with Frederick's Realty. See you then. Bye.